Hey guys, God bless. Welcome back to Twist and Shout. I am Shar, and I'm just coming up here with a quick video. I have to tell y'all this. I took a poll a long time ago. Probably won't even remember. I think it's been like 3 months. Well, anyway, I asked, what do you do with your old products, or do you think old products go bad? Yada, yada, yada. And a bulk of you were saying that you don't throw away products, you just save them so you can use them. And me, I was in agreement with most of the comments I've seen. However, I have a change of heart right now because of a personal experience. And like I said, to each his own, you do what's best for you. But I do want to educate, I do want to inform, and I do want to be helpful. And the thing is, the number one fact is hair products, whether you want to admit to it or not, or whether you agree with it or not, the truth is they all have expiration dates. Now, let me tell you how expiration dates work. For food, in most cases, it is best to use it a week prior to the expiration date. So that's your milk, your egg, your cheese, and everything else. With hair products and beauty products, I don't know the heads and tails on that. However, I would think it would be wise to not go more than a couple months past the point. And I say that because this is my rule for everything. Because I told you guys, I made a video about being a minimalist, like just trying to only have what's necessary. I have been going through my clothes, my shoes, my containers and stuff, like I cook with, my pots and pans. I have literally, day by day, one thing at a time, have been going through all these things to the bare minimum. Like, what do I need and what do I don't use? And the rule is, if you haven't touched it, consider it, used it in over a year, it has to go. This is non-food items. So I apply that rule, and this rule has been very successful. All the things that have been given away, donated, or thrown away, I haven't regret not one single thing. Now, let's talk about hair products. Hair products are a little more tricky because depending on what they're made of or what their preservative is, you may never get a stench. You may never get a color change or a change of texture. Maybe. But let me show y'all something. Now, I made a vlog where I was cleaning out my closet and rearranging things in wake of Isabella. And then she got here and I ended up changing my closet again. And I was looking at my hair products. I'm like, I don't use 80% of those items. So I went in and I started cleaning some. I threw some away. I put some in a storage, like away, out of sight, out of mind. And then I reorganized the shelf. That still didn't do it. I end up going and reorganizing the shelf again and minimizing from a 5-tier shelf to a 3-tier shelf. And I feel so much better. Also, you guys know that I used to sell oil and butters and stuff. And I ran across a storage of fermented oils that I was making in preparation to keep the business going. And obviously this hasn't been more than a year because I haven't made anything even before I got pregnant with Isabella. So common sense to me was, I'm not going to sell it. I'm probably not going to use all that stuff. So I end up just going outside and pouring it out. It's just oil. Then I started looking at some of my products and I'm like, okay, they look okay. And I never opened them or did anything to them like that. But fast forward to the other day, I started looking, like really looking at my products, and I stumbled across this. This is the Mimosa Hair Honey Hair Dress Shine Pomade by Kara's Daughters. You may say, mine don't look like that. What's going on? Because this has actually discolored. I haven't even had this for 2 years. So not even outside of my rule from, you had it for a year. If you haven't used it in a year, get rid of it. It hasn't been that long, you guys. And I was using it at one point in time, but as you can see, it has discolored and it stinks. Like, the smell is disgusting. And this is probably one of many because it actually has natural ingredients in it. So I would say to anyone, like I said, I'm not judging. This is a non-judgment zone, and I'm not trying to tell anyone what to do. But I do want to be helpful in a manner that you always want to be careful. Things like grease typically don't go bad, But if you have a grease that's a little more on the natural side or is natural, then you want to definitely adhere to that expiration date, because most of the time those products don't have the harsh chemicals that will actually preserve it longer. So check your stash, people. Look through them, clean them up. There were so many oils and stuff that were open and wasting out. I had a tough time cleaning, and I couldn't help but think, what if I never let it get to that point? That's my fault. Yes, I'm a YouTuber. Yes, I do natural hair, and I do my hair in front of you guys, and I test and give my opinion on products. But also, there's a thing called self-control, and there's also a thing called wisdom that you have to use. Don't just go out there and buy products just because. Have a goal in mind. Have a reason for it. And I even want to say I apologize, because I know that when you're on this side and you're planning stuff, it's natural to say, "Ooh, I want to try that," or "I wouldn't mind using that." But always use discretion. Always be wise and be smart. What can you afford? What do you have need of? Matter of fact, I admire Eleanor. She always watches and she always comments and she says, "When I finish using this one, I'll see about that." And I'm like, that's smart, that's clever, that's wisdom, because if you don't need to go out and buy it right now, then you don't need it. And obviously, if you are in a market for something, whether it be hair growth, hair loss treatment, irritation, dandruff, whatever the case, then you go in the market and you look for stuff, and that's what YouTube and Google is for you to say, "Hey, I have this need. What is people saying about this problem? How are they resolving it?" And you have to be careful with that too, because a lot of people lie. A lot of people are sponsored. They get paid to say what they say. A lot of people have very light-hearted reviews where you don't really get the gist of it, or they may not be into being a critic or giving criticism to certain things. So you want to make sure that you find, or you are attracted to, those individuals who seem honest and transparent, so that you get an honest opinion before you go out there and waste your hard-earned money, right? All right, so like I said, this is one of many. I threw some oils away, some more butters, creams. Then I'm also going to go through my products, and I'm going to start using stuff. Hence is why I brought it back out. Y'all. Hopefully, Jason's a little older, so hopefully he's going to be messing with it and stuff like that, and it stays organized like this. But how this is organized behind me, and I know you guys can't quite see. Let me move you a little bit. These products are what I use regular basis, semi-regular basis, bi-weekly, weekly, monthly. This is what's here. Everything else has been put in, put you back right. Everything else has been put away in a storage and just one container. And my thing is, if it can't fit in there and it can't fit here, then I don't want it. I don't need it. So, and I know a lot of people, especially some of the bigger YouTubers, they talk a lot about donating, but please be careful, because they are actually donating new items. And I think there's one other organization that would take like new items, but this is my opinion. If it's not new, don't try to put it off on nobody, unless it's your family member. Like, I have my sisters, I have my mom, I have my daughter. But please be considerate and understand that germs do travel. We just got out of a pandemic, and outside of that, things just carry germs in general, especially a lot of hair products and things that contain water and stuff in it. Like, once it's open too long, exposed to the sun, overheated, not cool, not stored properly, you can run into a whole heap of problems that will cause hair loss. Your best bet is, if you haven't used it in a year to date, and a year after expiration date, throw it away. If you see no foreseeable future with your product, maybe it's half used, you didn't really like it, and you keep thinking, maybe I'll like it next time, throw it away. That's my problem. That's my biggest thing of why I have so many products, is because I'm like, okay, I didn't love it enough to keep using it. I don't hate it enough to just toss it to the side. I spent money, time, and energy on it, and it's a lot left. And my mind tells me, well, get your money out of it and use it. But if it doesn't work, or even worse, if it's old, expired, or if it just literally does the opposite of what you're trying to do, maybe it's to promote hair growth, and then it ends up causing you to lose hair growth because of the ingredients and chemicals and your hair responding. For example, I have this shampoo that strips your hair so bad. I'm talking about so bad. It's knotted, it's matted. You can't separate it or nothing. Child, I be holding on to this because it's a new container almost. I only use it like 2 times. And I'm just like, well, maybe my hair changed. Maybe something else would happen. And it's like, no, girl. It does the same thing every time you try it. Throw it away. It's your loss. And that's something, you know, we got pride in our heart and stuff. We want to admit that we're wrong and we failed at something. But hey, we live and we learn. You tried a product, you bought it, you spent your money on it, it didn't work. If you don't know a family member or someone close to you that might have taken an open product, throw it away. Even I noticed in like Goodwill, Salvation Army, things of that nature, they do not take hair products or hygiene products. I don't even know. I know shelters take them. But even with that, is new stuff, not used stuff. So I'm not even sure, even these people in these larger cities, if you know, comment, who in the world are they actually giving these used, like, new products to? Because from what I've seen around here in North Carolina, there is no such thing. They won't even take hygiene products or hair products from you if they're used or they're coming from your possession, if they're not brand spanking new. Like, when I go into the Goodwill and stuff around here within an hour and a half radius, none of them carry any hygiene products or hair products or beauty products. None of them. So I don't know what, I'm not calling nobody no liar, but I would like to know, like, who in the world is taking this stuff? Because I don't see anywhere around here where you can take that stuff. And even me personally, I would not, unless it's something that I actually didn't use, I didn't stick my fingers in at all. Because at the end of the day, a lot of people think they're clean and they think, I can get away with this, but you have to think outside of yourself, because we have germs that won't mix with somebody else just because it belongs to us. You get what I'm saying? And that doesn't make us nasty. It's just things that happen. It's nature. So we have to be careful no matter what, y'all. Like, I know a lot of people think, well, I cooked it, I touched it, it's me, I know I'm clean. But y'all, it don't take much to make people sick. It don't take much for bacteria to multiply and be exposed. Hence, is how we got in a pandemic in the first place. Just be careful, y'all. Be wise, be smart. If you're not going to use it, you don't need it, throw it away, please. I love you guys. Please don't be like me, please. And like I said, this is just the nice, clean one I can show y'all. There's so much more. And I'm still going through it day by day. And I'm just praying as I go, like, Lord, give me strength to throw this stuff away. Because it is hard, I admit. But please use wisdom and think outside of yourself. Don't be selfish. Don't be ignorant. Think about others and think about what kind of example you may be setting for your children and people in your home and people around you. So you never know. One seed can sprout a whole plant and a whole difference of change. I love you guys. God bless. Take care. Bye.